Hello and welcome to the Elets Innovation Talk. Today we have Srividya Kannan, the founder and CEO of Avaali Solutions with us. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am, and thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure to be here, Nidhi.
Thank you. So, Srividya has led Avaali to become a cornerstone in digital transformation for large enterprises across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. Her approach to leadership is founded on setting clear goals, empowering her team, and leading by example. Her rich experience across technology and financial sectors has been instrumental in shaping Avali's success. With a master's in business management, a bachelor's in commerce, and a certified cost accountant, her expertise extends beyond technology to include a profound understanding of business dynamics. Today, she will share a vision of driving growth through digital innovation and the significance of nurturing a positive, high performance workplace culture. So, to start with, as the founder and CEO of Avaali Solutions, ma'am, you have championed the digital transformation for numerous industries across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. Could you share the core strategies behind Avali's success in transforming over 150 marquee accounts with new technologies?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for that question, Nidhi. Just as a small correction, it is 250 plus large enterprise accounts that we have transformed in the last about 8 plus years. And
Okay,
if I were to summarize the core strategies across, say, three pillars, then the first would be around focus, where we have stayed focused in terms of enabling large enterprises in themes of cost optimization via digital. So essentially, our the focus has been around functional business processes, especially on the expense line item in a P&L, which is say minus of manufacturing and to some extent R&D and quality. So one is focused on cost optimization. The second would be really around building capabilities. So cost optimization requires that that we need to have a deep functional understanding across the functional business processes that we are touching via digital. So the second would be really around the functional as well as deep understanding of technologies, which essentially enable organizations to create a change with respect to the way they work, as well as bring down elements of operational cost and improve visibility and governance via digital. So the second element is really around building capability, and thirdly around innovation. So we've continued to continuously innovate in terms of offering newer solutions to customers to address the ways they operate with respect to their functional business process. So as examples, I would give as examples in terms of Velocious, our sourcing and supplier collaboration solution, which we have launched in August of 2020, and which essentially is a full-featured solution for automating the sourcing and procure-to-pay processes for organizations. Another example would be that of a recent offering called Accurec, which is our solution, which is a plug-and-play solution for reconciliations. So these are some examples, but continuous innovations have actually fueled a lot of the transformation journeys that we have taken for organizations.
Okay, yeah, very rightly said, ma'am. And so moving ahead, with a broad experience in technology, financial services gives you deep insights into digital transformation, trends, and challenges too. Which emerging technologies do you believe will significantly affect large enterprises soon?
I think emerging technologies are continually reshaping the landscape of large enterprise segments, by driving innovation and also providing them with superior stakeholder experiences and new avenues of growth. And there are a range of emerging technologies, but if I were to touch some high impact ones, definitely AI for sure, given that AI and line of one is AI with respect to its ability to solve complex business problems and redefine operational efficiency for organizations. It has, in fact, gradually transitioned from a niche technological marvel to almost like an enterprise staple. Although we must admit that most large organizations are on the verge of identification of use cases, to to take forward and leverage AI to solve their problems, but definitely it's being viewed as almost like an enterprise staple going forward. And several organizations are actually looking to make AI integral to their core operational processes for delivering a range of benefits, including, say, better decision making, operational efficiency, customer experience, predictive analytics, and so on. The second
Right.
most important area would be, for example, line of business applications, which are very important to solve, specific business problems and integrate with their various, enterprise system landscape. And these LOB applications really have streamlined workflows. They enable superior collaboration and integration of, say, features relating to mobility and accessibility to ensure that, the organizations are building resilience. So, um, one thing for us to remember is that to derive the maximum benefit from several of these emerging technologies, it is extremely important to deeply understand the business problem and make these technologies relevant for the business. And I think most organizations are in the process of doing that to ensure that they are touching high impact areas and aspects of the problem statements is where a lot of time and energies are going to ensure that these are correctly identified, and and therefore these emerging technologies are being deployed to make that transformation happen.
Yes, yes, rightly said, ma'am, as technology should be solution oriented too. And so, how do you foresee the integration of generative AI transforming the operations and services of GBS and GCCs in the upcoming years?
So I think there is massive potential, and as we have been reading, and there's been a significant amount of research also in the space, which is also publicly available. And I believe that GBS and GCCs will hugely leverage technology to um, ensure that they're building operational resilience, but importantly, delivering that operating model in a very differentiated manner. There are multiple use cases on that which are extremely relevant across functional business processes of, say, sourcing, procurement, supply chain, HR, legal and contracts, through to multiple other functional business processes, even, for example, like a facilities. And There are numerous use cases within these. So, for example, insourcing to create automated as an automatic creation of RFI, RFXs, document summarization with respect to, say, supplier contracts or proposals and supplier profiles. Or for that matter, if we take aspects of supplier information management and identification of supplier risks via embedding a huge element of data sets, both from internal and external to the organization, including, say, supplier sustainability profiles or market research with respect to suppliers and the benchmarking data that is available, market trends, and integrating that into the supplier performance, um, you know, uh, visualization and analytics that is coming out from their internal business applications, through to aspects of compliance management, policy document creation, for example, forecasting, whether it is demand forecasting, supply chain optimization. There are numerous functional business processes which are very integral to GBS and GCC organizations that will essentially be a major contributor and technology embedded, like I said, with as in technology being deployed in um, the the biggest pain areas for organizations or for these GBS and GCCs,
Yes.
will lead to a massive transformational shift in terms of how GCCs are actually operating themselves.
Okay. So, if I may ask, with the rise of generative AI, what specific advancements should businesses anticipate in their GCC and GBS models, and how will these changes enhance operational efficiency and innovation, according to you?
So simply put, I think the future of GBS will probably be um, AI-led human assisted. And
Okay.
if that were to be a reality, then the way these GBSs will function, the kind of talent pool that they will have to be equipped with, and the way they will operate will be fundamentally very different from what GBS and GCCs of the past have been really doing. I do see a lot of shift happening to captive GBS and captive centers, either in the form of greenfield, captive centers, or for shared services to mature in the form of a larger GBS organization. But a lot of GBSs will be fundamentally led by technology as they deliver their business processes, and that will be amplified with human assisted um, uh, agents who will actually validate and take on judgmental decision based work with respect to GBS operations. A lot of therefore aspects of definitely operational processes and predictable business processes within GBSs will get automated with some of these technologies, and also aspects of predictive insight driven analytics will get proactively um, handed over to the business to then make decisive, I would say, um, decisions with respect to how they would like to operate, in the future. So those are the exciting stuff. I think there's a lot of shift which is happening, across not only GBS but across enterprises
Yes, yes.
and their whole thinking in terms of how they would like to leverage some of these technologies to either drive their own innovations or fundamentally change the way of operations, but eventually also having a very strong orientation on the outcomes that they would like to achieve, right? So the goals are very important, and to be able to drive those goals in a differentiated manner, leveraging technologies is what I think most enterprises and let alone GBS or GCCs are really looking at.
Okay, thank you. And so, given the increasing demand from the Middle Eastern companies, ma'am, to establish their GCCs in India, how is generative AI positioned to facilitate this expansion? And what benefits does generative AI offer to make India an attractive destination for these centers?
I think we have a lot of advantages as a country. We have a great talent pool who understand functional business processes in a superior manner. We have a great tech talent pool, and we are not only able to have great developers. We not only have great developers, but also from understanding of emerging technologies and marrying those functional business process understanding with driving with enabling technologies and driving the outcomes. So from a functional talent, from a tech talent, and again from a real estate, I think we have fabulous locations that we're able to offer for these GBSs to operate. So several of these markets are definitely looking at India as a leading destination for setting up their GBSs. And given that we operate quite deeply in the Middle East market, there are several organizations that we are speaking to who would like to leverage India as a destination. Also, from a geographical proximity perspective, it's just a few hours, anywhere between 4 to 7 hours of travel. So, from a geographic proximity, from a cultural perspective, there is a lot of alignment. So, if we take all of these perspectives, I think India presents a fabulous destination. As a fabulous
Yeah,
destination for
convenient for all.
GBS.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay, so lastly, ma'am, regarding quantifiable outcomes, how has implementing Avali's technology solutions, including generative AI and automation, led to slashing business operation cycle times by 40 to 50%? And what does this mean for the future of operational efficiency in large enterprises?
And
Your
so,
take on that.
like I mentioned, our focus has been on cost optimization via touching deeply the operational business processes within organizations, and the various functional business process and the expense line item in a P&L. And in that context, we have three pillars with which we operate. One is the global business services or shared services pillar, where we help companies set up captive shared services, define the to-be process, put together a vision for their shared services, the entire roadmap in terms of what kind of functional business processes should be coming into their shared services, what kind of technologies that they should be really adopting, and what existing technologies can they further leverage. They would already have invested in multiple technologies. So how could they make use of the existing technologies and combine that with whatever newer technologies that they should be incorporating into their shared services? So that's one clear pillar. And we not only deliver a blueprint for them, but we also walk the talk and deliver that implementation for them. And we've done numerous of such projects of varying, I would say, which complexities. So some have been, absolutely greenfield shared services. Some have moved from outsourced to insource and captive shared services, and some have been in areas of where they have had an existing shared services with just one or two downstream processes which they want to
Okay.
then expand and take on additional business processes. So that's one pillar. The second pillar is really our digital workplace pillar. And we leverage various digital tools and technologies like, say, intelligent document processing, workflow automation, records management, digital signature, and so on, to create superior stakeholder experiences. Could be either employee as well as customer experiences, and thereby bring down the operational cost and improve cycle time reduction, and create that kind of process agility. And the third pillar is the automation pillar, where we support organizations to significantly accelerate their cycle time to processes by leveraging automation solutions such as RPA, process mining, and so on. So via these three pillars, and as a result of deeply touching the back office operational business processes, we've been in a position to enable over 250 plus large enterprise customers to bring down a 40 to 70% cycle time reduction, and deliver their operations at a far lower cost. So that's what we've done.
Okay. Thank you. So today's discussion highlighted the critical role of digital innovation in driving growth and underscored the importance of fostering a positive and high performance workplace culture. Shividya's perspective on the potential of generative AI and its impact on global business services, that is GBS and GCCs, offers a glimpse into the future of operational efficiency and innovation. Her vision for integrating generative AI within businesses model and the impressive outcomes of Avali's technology solutions demonstrate a forward thinking approach to navigate the digital landscape. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your invaluable expertise today with us, inspiring a new generation of leaders to embrace the transformative power of technology and innovation.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nidhi. Appreciate. Have a good day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.